What's up, travellers? Welcome back to the channel, ASJE Aviation HQ, for another video here on the channel. Today we have another airport update for you guys. Today this is update number 18 of ASJE International Airport. Looking very nice here, hustle and bustle of aircraft. Before we go any further into the video though, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up to show your support moving forward. And of course, if you're new to the channel, welcome to ASJE Aviation HQ. If you like the viewing of airport updates, model reviews, unboxings and other stuff like that involving the hobby of model collecting, go ahead and give this video a subscribe below, and of course ding that bell icon to be notified for when videos go live on the channel. As mentioned, this is the 18th airport update of ASJE International Airport on the channel. All of the updates on the channel have a theme. Today we're going through the summer movements for the channel. Of course, summer has just started here in New Zealand. Of course, you know, the summer months in New Zealand are through from December to February. So the end of February, that is. So of course the equinox hasn't actually started yet, but of course summer has, in meteorological terms. So some aircraft here haven't actually been featured in airport updates before. So it's great to have these out, and we have an aircraft that we can't quite see in the shot yet that has restarted service to New Zealand in the last week or so, that I'm excited to put out on the airport. So moving into today's video, I'm going to be going through the airport update, showing you each of the aircraft sitting at this airport today. And of course, later in the video, I'll be talking about the logistics of the airport, and of course having a little discussion about this airport mat as well, where you can get your hands on one if you're wanting to get one, and etc. So let's go ahead and check out what's at the airport. So starting off here at Alpha 1, we have an American Airlines Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. It's being serviced at Alpha 1 after arriving in from Dallas Fort Worth in Texas, USA, as American Flight 35, and this aircraft here is made by NG Models. Moving down to Alpha 2, we have a United Airlines Boeing 777-300ER by Aviation 400. As you can see, this is also being serviced by the Gate Gourmet catering trucks by Fantasy Wings. This aircraft here came in with service from San Francisco as United Flight 60, and as I mentioned, this one is by Aviation 400. Moving along to Alpha 3, we have a China Southern Airlines Airbus A350-900, also by Aviation 400, and also being serviced by those catering trucks. This aircraft here came in with service from Guangzhou as China Southern Flight 305. We'll be doing a model review of this one coming very soon to the channel, so go ahead and subscribe and ding the bell icon to be notified when this goes out. As of course I did mention that I did a model review of this one in my most recent model review, of course that one being the United 787-10 by NG Models. So I thought it's best for me to do one now, so do look out for that. So as mentioned, this model here came in with service from Guangzhou in China as China Southern Flight 305, and this aircraft is made by Aviation 400. Moving along down to Alpha 4, we have an Air New Zealand Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner in the black and white livery. This model here, made by NG Models, is about to start being pushed back for a flight out to Oceanside International Airport. That is New Zealand Flight 1003. That is a subscriber / follower route that I have on the airport with Star Alliance Man's Airport. Go ahead and check his channel out in the card in the top right corner right about now, or via the link in the description below. As mentioned, this one is made by NG Models. Had done a model review of this model. Go ahead and check out the card in the top right corner in the next minute or so. And yeah, I'd love to see your support on that video. So as mentioned, this aircraft is going out to Oceanside International Airport as New Zealand Flight 1003, and this aircraft here is made by NG Models. Moving along down to Alpha 5, this is the aircraft that is having an exciting entry today. This is the Emirates Airbus A380-800 by Gemini Jets. Wearing the old Expo 2020 decal at the front of the aircraft there. This aircraft has started services back to New Zealand from Dubai as a non-stop service. So this aircraft is doing that service from Dubai to ASJE International Airport today. Came in from Dubai just a moment ago as Emirates Flight 448. And this aircraft, made by Gemini Jets, also being catered by those catering trucks. Of course, the catering trucks don't actually go all the way up to the second deck, which is the reason why I've only got 2 of the catering trucks sitting here. It is quite a shame, but I hope that Fantasy Wings, if they end up watching this video, can make some more of these catering trucks so they can fit onto the second deck. But otherwise, the A380 is looking very, very nice. I do have some more on the way in terms of the latest Gemini Jets releases, including the 50th decaling one, you know, the year of the 50th livery, I think it's called, and of course the regular livery without a decal at the front. So do look out for the unboxings of those ones, and of course the model reviews. So as mentioned, this aircraft here came in from Dubai as Emirates Flight 448, and this aircraft is made by Gemini Jets. So moving down to Delta 1, the gate that is usually used by a military aircraft. Here we have it with a freighter aircraft this time. This is the Qantas Link Airbus A321 P2F. Of course, I think this aircraft here was originally operated by Jetstar in Australia before it was taken up by Qantas and Qantas Freight. This aircraft, it has came in with service from Sydney as flight 7524 or 7524, and this aircraft is made by NG Models. This aircraft doesn't actually cross the Tasman. The aircraft that does this service is the Boeing 767-300ER freighter, or an A330-300 or an A330-200. Of course, no one has actually released the 767 yet in their current livery, so this is the reason why I got the A321. Of course, Qantas Freight Qantas in general have just starting to turn some of their A330s into P2Fs as well. I think that's the Dash 200. So hopefully someone ends up releasing them so I can put them on the network as well. So as mentioned, this aircraft has come in from Sydney, Australia as Qantas Flight 7524, and this is an A321 by NG Models. Moving along to the the Bravo concourse, sitting here at Bravo 1, we have an Air New Zealand ATR 72-500. Of course, my national carrier in New Zealand don't actually operate the 500 variant anymore, but of course, since I don't really have an abundance of regional aircraft in my collection, I just thought that I would just put this aircraft on my network, as it would, you know, boost that sector of my network. So this aircraft here has come in with service from Wellington as 5345, and this aircraft is by JC Wings, featured in the unboxing alongside the Thai Airways 747-400. Go ahead and check out the card in the top right corner to check out that video. So as mentioned, this come in from Wellington as 5345, and of course, as you can see, it's wearing the Pacific Wave livery, one of the old liveries for in New Zealand. Moving along to Bravo 2, here we have an empty gate, but it actually was occupied by this aircraft here, an Airbus A320neo for Air New Zealand by JC Wings, being pushed back for a flight out to Brisbane, Australia as New Zealand Flight 142. Haven't actually done a model review of this one. I should do a video with all of my New Zealand aircraft in my collection very soon as a collected by Flight by Airlines video. If you want to check that out, comment below some more airlines that you want to see. I do have a great haul of Singapore Airlines, Qantas, Qatar Airways, etc. So if you want to check them out, comment below what your favourite airline is, and I should do them for you. So as mentioned, this aircraft is heading out to Brisbane today as New Zealand Flight 143, and this aircraft is by JC Wings. Moving to Bravo 3, here we have a Rex Airlines or Rex Regional Express Boeing 737-800. This is by Gemini Jets. Came in with service from the Gold Coast as Rex Flight 753. Of course, Rex don't operate their 737s over the Tasman, but of course, since I don't really have that much oceanic narrow bodies for my short haul network, I just thought I would put this aircraft on an international route. So as mentioned, this aircraft coming with service from the Gold Coast as Rex Flight 753, and it's by Gemini Jets. Moving along to Bravo 4, we have a Singapore Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8 coming with service from Singapore via Darwin in the Northern Territory, very top of Australia. This aircraft here made by JC Wings. Of course, no Singapore Airlines aircraft come to New Zealand with the equipment of the MAX aircraft. But of course, since I am a massive fan of Singapore Airlines, I just thought it would make sense that I would get it. So here we have this aircraft. This aircraft came in with service from Singapore via Darwin as Singapore Flight 251, and this aircraft is by JC Wings. Moving along down to Bravo 5, the last gate in the Bravo concourse, we have a Starlux Airlines Airbus A321neo. This came in with service from Taipei via Brisbane as Starlux Flight 321, or in terms of the call sign, it would be Skywalker 321 from Taipei via Brisbane, made by JC Wings as well. Of course, I am a huge fan of the Starlux Airlines livery and Starlux Airlines in general. Of course, I have done the model review of the A350 by JC Wings. Go ahead and check it out via the card in the top right corner right about now. So as mentioned, came in from Taipei via Brisbane, Skywalker Flight 321, made by JC Wings. Moving over to the Charlie concourse momentarily, here we have at the Charlie 1 gate, the cargo area of the airport. Of course, we do have the cargo aircraft sitting at the Delta concourse just mentioned. But here we have a Singapore Airlines cargo Boeing 747-400 freighter coming with service from Singapore via Melbourne in Australia as Singapore Flight 7294 or 7294, made by Phoenix Models. I think this was one of my first acquiries in terms of Phoenix Models aircraft. I think I acquired this back in 2015 when I bought, I think it's for 15 in one go. That I had a big expense of models back then, and this was one of them. Happy to have it in my collection though, because this aircraft was eventually retired and of course scrapped, but I thought it would be best to keep it in my network. So as mentioned, this aircraft came in with service from Singapore via Melbourne in Australia as Singapore Flight 7294, and is made by Phoenix Models. Moving along, here we have the empty gate that is usually an empty gate, Bravo 2, on the airport. Of course, this gate can't be used by anything when a heavy is at this gate and another heavy is at this gate, but I will go to that gate in a moment. The only time that I can use this gate is when this Charlie 1 and Charlie 3 are used by a narrow body aircraft. So in the next airport update, I am planning on doing rare services to that are on the network but rarely come to the airport, so do look out for that one. But anyway, moving along, we have At Charlie 3 we have a Iceland Air Boeing 757-200 wearing the regular livery. Of course, I do have 3 of these in my collection. Of course, I do have the regular livery, the 80th year anniversary livery, and of course Heckler Aurora. If you want to see Heckler Aurora or that blue 80th year anniversary livery, do comment below and I will put them in the next update. And of course I do have the Boeing 767-300ER as well. This aircraft here came in with service from Reykjavik via Vancouver in Canada as Iceland Air 697, and this is a summer service for the airport. Of course, most European long haul flights do come to ASJE International Airport during the summertime, and this is one of them. Of course, it's not really a wide body service, but it's a narrow body aircraft. So as mentioned, this aircraft came in with service from Reykjavik via Vancouver as Ice Air Flight 697, and this aircraft is made by NG Models. So moving along down to the maintenance area. Here we have the ASJE International Airport's maintenance area. Sitting here we have an Air New Zealand Airbus A321neo in the black and white livery. This is just sitting here being, I guess it's just come in a flight from Sydney, Australia. Not too sure what that flight number was, but I will put it in the bottom left corner right about now. But soon enough it will be taxiing or being towed to one of the Bravo gates for a flight back out to Australia very soon. This aircraft is made by Phoenix Models. Now let's have a look around the taxiways now. Sitting here, about to turn on to runway 10 for a flight out to Zurich in Switzerland. We have a Swiss Airbus A330-300. This is going out to Zurich via Mumbai in India as Swiss Flight 155, made by NG Models. I will be doing a model review of this aircraft coming very soon to the channel, so do stick around for that. Moving along down to this aircraft here, taxiing on taxiway Echo, we have an Air Europa Boeing 787-9 by JC Wings, going out to Madrid via Miami, USA, with Madrid being the capital city of Spain. This is going out to those destinations as Europa Flight 908, and this aircraft is made by JC Wings. Moving along to taxiway Papa, coming in with service from Auckland today, we have an Air New Zealand A321-200 coming with service from Auckland as New Zealand Flight 559, and this aircraft will park at Bravo 1 there, where the aircraft there just pushed back from, and this aircraft is made by Phoenix Models. Moving along to runway 10, speeding down the runway as a departure out to Singapore. We have a Singapore Airlines Boeing 737-800, looking absolutely gorgeous in the Singapore Airlines livery. This is going out to Singapore via Cairns today as Singapore Flight 814, made by Phoenix Models. And the last model in today's update, we have an Air France Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner by NG Models, taxiing out for a departure to Paris Charles de Gaulle via Singapore as Air France Flight 257 by NG Models. I think I will be doing a model review of this one coming very soon as well. As you can see, it does look very, very nice. Looking forward to NG Models coming out with the Air France aircraft that are wearing the new revised livery. So looking forward to getting them in the future. And that will do it for today's update for you guys today. The 18th airport update for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, go ahead and give a thumbs up to the video. Go ahead and subscribe and ding that bell icon to be notified for when the next videos go live on the channel. Now if you're wanting to acquire your own airport mat like this one. I purchased this one from AMS, the aircraft model store out in the UK. I will put the measurements in the bottom corner right about now, so you can check them out. I'm pretty sure I'll put it in inches and centimeters as well to be to help you out for wherever you are located around the world. I like to, as I just mentioned, the gates. I like to use this part as the wide body gates. Of course, the alpha concourse. This area here for the narrow bodies, being the Bravo concourse. Over here, the Charlie concourse, the cargo area, and of course, this gate I like to use as a bit of an extension for the Alpha concourse. And down here, as I mentioned in other videos, here we have the Delta concourse or the Delta gate. That is an extension to the Bravo concourse, which is that concourse there. This is also used by military aircraft. When it is used by military aircraft, the Delta in Delta 1 gets changed to Mike, so M, because the first letter in military is letter M, so it just makes sense for me to do that. It has 4 linking taxiways. So here we have taxiway Kilo, taxiway, that's taxiway Papa, my bad, taxiway Kilo over here, taxiway Alpha, and taxiway Echo. And then we have a runway here, runway 10. At the other end, it would be runway 28. The airport mat is made by glossed paper, and of course, I really do like the way that this airport mat has revolutionized the viewing of my airport. It does look absolutely amazing. If you want to check it out and get one yourself, go ahead and check out the link in the description below, leading you to the airport mat, so hopefully you can get one yourself. Just a heads up, it was quite tricky getting this airport mat to my location in New Zealand. Of course, the aircraft model store is in the UK, so it was quite a journey getting it here. But I would definitely recommend getting one for yourselves. It can be just the models on this airport can be either in 1 to 400 scale and 1 to 500 scale. Of course, I don't collect 1 to 500 scales, so makes sense for me to do it for my 400 scale collection. Of course, the only downsides I can say about this is when you put A380s out, you can't put 2 of them next to each other. As you can see, the wingtip there goes over to the other side, so one can't sit there because the wingtips would clash. But you can put one here, and of course one here, or you can put them at Alpha 2 or Alpha 4. So in my next video for the airport updates number 19, the rear movements, I should probably put 2 A380s out, or maybe even 3. Because that would be technically known as a rear thing for my airport. So hopefully you enjoyed that little description there about the airport mat. If you want to check out the description below for a little bit of a backstory and some general information about the airport in terms of like the airport codes, the amount of airlines, amount of destination on the network, etc., go ahead and check that out in the description. Also in the description are the other links to my social accounts: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, my website for ASJE International Airport, and coming soon to the social realm, of course, is the Patreon account. That is where you can help me out and support the channel moving forward, and of course my Instagram page as well. If you want all the updates in terms of like the ins and outs of the network, you want to see the photos of new aircraft into my collection, new model aircraft, and of course videos as well, and you're going to come along to live streams, come along and join me on my Instagram page, the first link in the description below in terms of the social area. The new website, ASJE International Airport's website, is live on the internet at the moment. Go ahead and check it out via the link in the description below, via a PC or a laptop to get the utmost professional viewing. And of course the website is not yet compatible professionally on a mobile device. And of course, coming soon, as mentioned, will be the Patreon account. That's where you could possibly support me moving forward in the future for my channel, and of course Instagram, as I do have some projects that I want to work on, or that I have planned that I think everyone will like to see. So that is some more information there. So thank you very much for coming along and joining me today for this airport update of ASJE International Airport number 18. Going through the summer movements. Let's just look down on the Alpha Concourse again. Looking very, very nice indeed. So thank you very much for coming and joining me today. So soon enough, on the left hand side will be my most recent video on the channel. On the right hand side will be the full playlist of airport updates on the channel. In the middle is where you can subscribe. But until next time, guys, fly safe, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.